Today, we're tackling a card that, let's be honest, can make you a little nervous when it pops up, the Five of Wands. But what if I told you that hidden inside all that chaos is actually a powerful secret to unlocking some serious wealth and success? Yeah, let's get into it. So when you look at this card for the first time, what do you see? You've got 5 people, and it really looks like they're just whacking each other with big sticks. It seems like a messy, kind of pointless fight, doesn't it? But is that really what's happening here? You know, that first impression most people get is definitely one of conflict, of frustration. And look, that's not wrong. But it is only just scratching the surface of what this card is truly about. And yeah, the standard keywords totally back that up. We see things like disagreement, hassles, quarreling. It all points to a tough time, a bumpy ride ahead. These interpretations absolutely nail the feeling of the card, but what they miss is the most important part, the reason for all this chaotic energy. See, to really get what's going on in the scene, we have to look at the tools they're using. Those aren't just any old sticks, they are wands. And in the world of tarot, that changes everything. The suit of wands is pure fire. I want you to think of it like the spark of a brand new idea, that burst of energy you get to actually do something, that infectious enthusiasm that gets everybody else excited. It's all about this passionate, creative force. So keep that in mind. The people on this card are wielding tools of pure creation. And the Ace of Wands, right here, this is the ultimate symbol of that raw, creative fire. It's the seed of all that bold, confident energy. So let's reframe this whole thing. The figures in the 5 aren't just fighting. They are clashing together these tools of incredible creative potential. Okay, so let's zoom back in on the scene itself and see how this all builds. Because when you start to look a little closer, the whole idea of this being some kind of hateful, genuine battle, it really starts to fall apart. Now, this is where it gets super interesting. A really foundational tarot text actually describes this whole scene as mimic warfare. And that word right there, mimic, is the key. This isn't a real war. It's more like a practice scrimmage, a competitive game, a sport. And get this, they're called youths. This isn't a picture of bitter old enemies who've been fighting for decades. No, this is a scene that is just buzzing with youthful energy, with vitality, with high spirits. Think of a sports team fired out before a game, or a really lively debate club. It's super passionate, but there's no real malice there. So, this is the big shift in perspective. On the left, you have the old way of looking at it, a vicious battle, angry enemies, a total roadblock. But now look at the right. This is our new understanding. It's a dynamic brainstorm where clashing ideas make something amazing. These are healthy competitors pushing each other to be better. It's not a roadblock, it's an energetic sport. Okay, so what's the point of this energetic competitive sport? Well, it turns out it has a very, very specific goal. And this is where the card gets truly powerful. The very same source that calls this mimic warfare directly connects it to, and I quote, the strenuous competition and struggle of the search after riches and fortune. All of a sudden, this chaotic scene becomes the engine of ambition. This is the energy of the free market, of business innovation, of doing what it takes to win. And this takes it way beyond some simple squabble. This card connects to what the source calls the battle of life. We're not talking about petty arguments anymore. We're talking about the grand, energetic struggle for success, for building a life of true abundance. And here it is. This is the mic drop, the ultimate reveal. This card, the one that looks like all that pointless conflict, is actually described by some of the most important interpretations as a card of gold, gain, opulence. Can you believe that? That chaotic clash of creative energy. That is the very process that forges wealth. It is literally the fire of competition creating gold. So this is amazing. But how do we actually use this? How do we take this powerful idea and apply it to our own lives? How do we turn that friction into a fortune? Well, it really comes down to 3 steps. First, you have to reframe conflict. The next time you're facing competition, don't back down. See it as an awesome brainstorming session that's going to make your own ideas even better. Second, you've got to channel that fire. All that passion needs a direction, so give it a clear goal to aim for. And finally, go for the gold. You have to embrace the idea that this struggle, this competition, isn't a bad thing to be avoided. It is the engine that will drive you to prosperity. So, here's the bottom line. The Five of Wands is not a bad omen. It's not a warning to run away from a fight. It is an invitation, a powerful invitation to step into the arena, to compete with passion, create with fire, and generate incredible success from the heat of it all. All right, now let's turn this whole idea around and focus it back on you and your life. I want you to really think about this. Where in your life right now, maybe at work, in a side hustle, with your financial goals, where could a little bit of that healthy competition, that mimic warfare, be the exact catalyst you need to spark something new and unlock a whole other level of wealth and success? Hey, if you found this breakdown valuable and you enjoyed digging into the hidden meaning of this card, do me a huge favor. Hit that like button, drop a comment below with your own thoughts on the Five of Wands, and definitely subscribe for more deep dives just like this one. It really does help the channel more than you know. Thanks so much for watching.